Back in September, the Browns won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Titans. Can Tennessee even the score? The answer comes your way next.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store. As it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Tennessee Titans. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they changed their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Looking to throw, May. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To the air, May. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Two yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll run on the draw. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now.
Throwing here is May. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. May going to bat this one forward. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Now Spears to begin the drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That's complete. It's the rookie from USC. Down the left sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Spears is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are. And let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the #1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's May. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They'll throw with May. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Bust through the tackle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's May. And it's caught end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans have taken the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Go on, hurt.
Throwing now is Murray. That one's taken in by Spears. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Shotgun now from Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got some space here. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A big loss there of about 7 yards on first and goal, so now it's second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And here's a give to Spears. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. Now Murray. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 10 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Out come the Titans now. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
To throw, it's May. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to take the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Murray going to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open man is Waddle, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's May. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 62 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, go!
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the lock.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's May.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. We just watched a fine first half out of this quarterback. That's Drake May. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Murray. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Hand off to Spears.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Right back to Spears.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That one out wide and intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Tajay Spears.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is down to 2. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Let's go. 65 cat, 65 cat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Quinnen Williams
able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown brought down defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On play action, May, flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
From the shotgun, May with it. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To the air, May. That's into the hands of Worthy.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both of them.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Quentin Williams, his second sack of the night. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive. And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Throwing here is May. That is caught. And they can't bring him down. Still on his feet.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 64 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here's May.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll throw with May.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 2-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Cleveland offense making their way out. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Down the right sideline,
and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Kyler Murray,
55 yards.
And the Browns have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And the lead is up to 5. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now, he's got a man complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Justin Jefferson,
73 yards.
And the Titans have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Flushed out right. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. Taken down at the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's taken in at the 9. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Titan football.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards? Wow, that's a really big game.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Titans. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Go!
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. To throw, it's Murray.
Into space at the 45.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
They'll run with Spears.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now Murray.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Here's Murray.
And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead it's third down.
Murray now.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray again. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And now a run with Spears.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Tajay Spears
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So now the Browns down by a field goal, a little under 1:50 remaining. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3.
To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
May going to bat this one forward. And that one not going to work at all. Boy, the defense all over it. And they blow that up behind the line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
This is 1st and 10. Now Murray.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Garden. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.